Today we're going to cover how to pop a moon belt and how to set up a new contract. So this time DTEC-B Deno 1 is ready for popping. So I have docked up at the station. First thing to do, take control of the station. Once you're in control, you are essentially in the pilot seat of the station. So you get the normal overview. You'll see down here in our action HUD, the stand-up moon drill is ready to fire. So that's going to be the button that we're going to press, and we'll get a pretty impressive light show. I'll actually put it into visual mode in a moment, and we'll enjoy it that way. So to pop the laser, just hit our button, and now we get the lasers going off. And there it goes. Lovely explosion of moon ore, minerals, and all sorts of good stuff to mine. It'll take about 10 minutes before it all settles out and stops spreading apart. But at this point, the chunks of ore are all there, ready for the miners to jump in and start grabbing. So we're going to go back into the normal mode. So we'll see here, the stand-up moon drill has stopped. So that's going to be what we're going to reset here. I need to open up a new tab, and we'll bring that over onto screen. So we have a, give me a second. Just going to open it up off screen real quick. I'll probably record a little bit of a better, more official tutorial later when I actually have this all lined up beforehand. This is a bit of a last minute thing I put together. There we go. So we have a Google Drive list of our moon drills, when they should be going off. If you don't have access to this, just let me know. I will email you a link so that you can see it. So this time we are popping Deno 1. You can see it in when you're docked. So that's the normal. And of course I minimize my game. Good, back here. So Deno 1 is, I get the impression, Deno 1. I'm guessing that he titled it as Deno instead of Deno 1. So that might be a little bit of the confusion that I'm having here. Still Deno, Fraggle Rock, Where's Your Tatera, Loopstar. Yeah, so Deno is going to be Deno 1. And you'll see that it's scheduled in next for November 18th. And right now it's October the 27th. It's, I think if I remember right, it's about a 21-day cycle just to make sure that we have moon belts always available in 2 to 3 day increments, and there's always a moon belt available with a much larger amount of ore. These are designed, we'll click here on the moon drill itself. These are designed that the longer you make the drill, you'll notice that the ore amounts are increasing. So that's why you don't really want to do the minimum if you can avoid it, the minimum being 6 days. You want to go to a much larger amount. The max is 55 days, but in this case that doesn't help us. That's too long. So our attempt, we'll switch it in this box here. November the 18th, we said. And then we always pop our belts in the 3TAC eye pocket at 1800. Um, just so that everyone is aware, this tutorial only covers the stations in the 3TAC iPocket. The other Vega stations that are operated in the OT pocket are set up by the high command of the corporations that primarily operate there. So we're not in charge of those. If you're unsure of which stations that we are in charge of, we'll release control and come back in here in a second. It is the Bootstrap mining. In this case, it's a Vega holding. Um, because it is in our pocket, we're still operating it. But generally speaking, up in this corner, it's going to show the Bootstrap mining logo, or it's going to show the UMACH logo. Those are the two corps that primarily have all the stations here, and those are the ones we're operating. Dunno 1 and I think the other Dunno, still Dunno, is also a Vega holding corporation station that we're still running the schedule for. If it's not on our list here, then we're not in charge of replacing it. That's probably the easier way to put it. So back to taking control, we're going to quickly set up this contract or this laser. I'll have to do it again just because I exited out. The 11th month, the 18th day at 1800. So now we have our amount. We can leave this X. All that this is going to do is add an event for the corporation, which is not enough. We need to always be making a event for the alliance entirely. Let me pull this out of the corner there so that everyone can see it. Add event to calendar. That tick isn't terribly relevant to us. So I'm going to just untick it and we'll go over next how to set up an event. So at this point, it's ready to go. Start, and you'll get the second light show. Give it a moment, and there it goes. As it shoots a bunch of bullets into the moon, destroying a chunk of the moon, and then it starts up we call it a laser, it's a tractor beam of some sort, and starts pulling the chunk of ore out towards us for the next cycle. There's the actual laser with a lovely explosion on the moon. And there is the tractor beam starting up. So at this point we have a chunk of ore coming from the moon that'll be ready for us on November the 18th. To start a new event, click on your calendar in the bottom left corner to pull up your calendar view. The other way to find it will be under the Neocom menu. It is under social calendar. So that is also a way to get to it. But the easiest way is usually just to click on the clock at the bottom left corner. And we will go to November the 18th, right there. So there's no planned events yet. So right click on it, create new event. And we need to make it alliance level. If you do not see this, get in touch with Menegrith or myself. We need to get you corporation roles so that you can set an alliance alliance event. Because if we don't set this, then our friends at UMACH can't see which moon belts are about to pop, and that becomes very cumbersome in the long term. So we're going to title it Mining DTAC B77YK. That's the system that it's in, and it is at Dunno 1. So that's the information that we want to put in the title, just so that it's very clear which system and which station is ready for mining. And in the description, we're going to highlight, just by holding down Shift, highlight all of the moon minerals that are actually coming with this moon belt. Control copy and paste it into the description. And one thing that you can often find the Google Drive link in some of these events. They're not in every one, so that's something to watch out for. But that is a place you might be able to find it. If not, again, just get in touch with me and I'll send you a link. The only thing to do yet before we finish up is the time. We want to make sure it's telling us the right time for when it pops. So 1800, and then we click create. Now if we go back to our calendar, November the 18th, mining at 1800 in DTAC B at Dunno 1, and it is, yep, right here, alliance level. So that is how you set up the event. At this point, everything is done. We're good to go. If nobody comes in and pops the moon belt manually, it will auto fracture in 3 hours. So in this case, the belt was available at 1800. 3 hours later, 18, 19, 20, 2100, it would have auto fractured, making it available for the miners. Just bear in mind that if it auto fractures and you do not see this tractor beam going, that means the laser is not set up for the next one, and we need to get that remedied as fast as we can so that we can get as much minerals into that as possible. So if you see a station that does not have a moon station specifically that does not have the tractor beam, we got to get that laser started right away, and you would follow the same process. You just wouldn't have to pop the belt at the beginning. So at this point, that is everything you need to know. Just click here, release control to be able to undock again, and you're totally done this part. If you have any questions about this process, just get in touch with Falking Nimrath. I'll take you through some extra stuff and answer any questions you have. Thank you very much. Fly safe.